Hello, welcome to Daily SwitchedCube News. This is the channel where we talk about when SwitchedCube happen. And we have a guest today who was originally on SwitchedCube 24. However, they've made a return on this summit with their project Shardgate. This is SwitchedCube.
Hello, I am SwitchedCube. I work on Shardgate Studios, which is a data pack organization which makes a bunch of miscellaneous data packs. There's also Minecraft maps, an upcoming server, and we also are planning to start making indie games. So that's that. And I also have a YouTube channel where you can check out my content, I guess.
Yeah, that's really cool to hear. So one question that's a bit more unique to you than others is that you actually returned from last summit, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I'd love to ask, what made you want to return to represent this project for Summit 26?
The development process of last summit was really exciting and fun, and I really enjoyed talking with all the people, and it just made me feel like that I just had to participate in this second one, you know?
Yeah. That's really good to hear that you've wanted to return, and I've been seeing updates on your booth, and I think it's coming along great. Would you like to tell the audience a little bit about your booth?
So my booth is basically like an arcade. So there's a bunch of arcade stuff, but there's also obviously the booth content showing the various different projects of Shardgate Studios.
It's good to hear. I saw in one of the pictures that you teased a little bit of what looks like a bowling alley. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yes. So we have a bowling game, very similar to the real bowling game, the standard bowling. There's working bowling balls and pins, and they fall over. It's pretty cool. You should check it out once you're in Summit.
Yeah, it's really cool to hear, especially since this is, you could consider it a type of mini game, which is something that you've put a focus on in your booth this time around, haven't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about what this project to do with minigames is?
The project is called Vault of Minigames. It has a bunch of minigames. It's a Minecraft server which is built entirely with data packs, which is the unique part. And you can join it completely in survival mode and play any of our custom minigames that you want. It will be up in a couple of few months. I'm not exactly sure yet.
But yeah, I've seen a couple of videos on your YouTube channel which actually are you making mini games that are going to be showed off on the server, haven't you? Would you like to talk about a couple of those videos?
So I have a couple of mini games. One of them is about the mini game called Dig in the Dark, which is basically a race kind of mini game where you have to dig up as much loot as possible. It's sort of similar to how Lethal Company works in a sense, and it's pretty cool.
Okay, it's really cool to hear. But yeah, I've also recently interviewed Mox from Need to Cooler Shoes, and I heard that you two have been working on a collaboration, haven't you?
Oh yes. So there's a custom shoe. There's a custom shoe item in Need Cooler Shoes booth that you can pick up. It's called Shardgate. It looks pretty cool. Definitely go check it out. Highly recommend. Good booth as well.
Yeah, and that's just really cool to hear that you've been interacting with a couple other people around from the other Smith Summit vendors, which is really nice to hear about.
Yes.
Just a little bit leading question from that. Is there any booths or that you think are your favourite that isn't your own? Anything that's caught your eye recently?
Definitely animated Java and the Nithos Rides booths. They're really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think Sneeb and Ziddo would love to hear that. I'm actually interviewing them next after this one, so I'll make sure to tell them about that.
Ooh. Yes, thank you.
So talking a little bit more about booths and the actual regions that they're in, your booth is inside of the Platch Plateaus region, isn't it? Would you like to talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I really like the Platch Plateaus for its cozy vibe. It looks really nice. I just have a personal preference over the look of it compared to the other two biomes. I don't think a lot of people will be happy about that. But it just looks cool. Plus, it's really close to like the main summit things, which is also something I like. And there's also the lighthouse. I really like the lighthouse. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. I know that a couple of people that I'm interviewing, such as Airbikes, has a couple interactions with or surrounded by the lighthouse, so I could definitely ask that to them as well. Yeah, so pivoting the conversation a little bit away from Summit and the booth, would you like to tell us a little bit about your project, maybe the history of it, how it started, and of course the people who work on it with you, if there's anyone?
Shardgate Studios started about like 3 or something years ago. It was just a fun project that I wanted to do. It originally started with a series on YouTube called Data Pack Tennis, but now it has a bunch of various other data packs, like an RPG data pack called Eternum, and a recreation of Hollow Knight features in Minecraft. And there's obviously Minecraft maps like Splatoon in Minecraft. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, okay, that's really good to hear. Is there a data pack that you've made with Shardgate Studio, which is your favourite?
That's a bit difficult to choose.
Well, are they all your
I'm
favourite?
gonna have to think. Yeah, they're all basically my favorite. I made them, so like.
Yeah, you can't love a child one more than other children, can you?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really good to hear that you kept all these packs and you've shown that you love them all and are very happy with making them. So you
Yes.
mentioned a little bit about the future of Shardgate with the vault of minigames and whatnot. Do you have anything else to tell us about the project going forward?
There might be more new Minecraft maps in the future. I'm planning to make an Outer Wilds recreation in Minecraft. I'm not even sure if that's possible yet, but it's just an idea I have in mind. So
Okay.
be sure to stick around for that. And there's also I'm also planning to make a couple of cool indie games. So be sure to join the Discord server to hear news about that.
Yeah, that's really cool to hear. Is there anybody else that helps you work on your stuff that you would like to give a shout out to whilst you're here? Maybe just people like moderators on your
Well,
Discord server, anybody like that, anybody that you want to give a shout out to.
there's a lot of people, so I'll just name a few. There's my main artists, Icebear and Jaegerwald. There's also Chicken, Sleet827, and SuperAnt. I think you know SuperAnt. They help with miscellaneous things sometimes. But yeah, these people are really helpful. And then there's a large amount of contributors outside of those people. So I can't name all of them at this moment, but yeah, I would like to thank them as well.
Yeah, that's really cool to hear. So we have links that you provide in the description if you want to check out Shardgate Studios, for mini games and whatnot. Make sure to look down there for everybody's links, okay? And
Yes.
and as a little bit of an outro, is there anything else that you want to say to the audience? Anything at all?
Be sure to check out my booth and everything else at Summit. Please make sure to check out literally anything and everything at Summit, because the team and the booth vendors have done a really good job at making Summit a real life, real similar place, similar to real life. So please do check out their work. And yeah, and thank you for having me, Lush.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for wanting to pop on. But yeah, so
Yeah.
thank you for watching. There has been news on Smith Summit today, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.